Hello friends. Welcome to Audiobook Daily. Today we'll talk about Deep Work by Cal Newport, published in 2016. It's late at night. Arjun, a young software engineer, sits at his desk, his laptop open, phone buzzing beside him. Notifications flash, new messages, trending videos, work emails. He tells himself he'll start coding soon, just after checking one last thing. Minutes turn into hours. By midnight he's exhausted, but the work he needed to finish remains untouched. He's been busy all evening, yet achieved almost nothing. His mind feels scattered, drained, and oddly empty. The next morning, while scrolling through motivational videos, he hears a phrase that stops him cold. If you can't focus, you can't create anything valuable. That's when he discovers Cal Newport's book, Deep Work, a guide that transforms the way millions of people think about focus, productivity, and meaning in the modern age. 1. The Age of Distraction. Cal Newport begins the book with a striking observation. We live in a world that celebrates busyness but forgets depth. From social media to constant emails, we're surrounded by distractions that fracture our attention. We check our phones hundreds of times a day, jumping between tabs, notifications, and endless scrolling. Newport calls this the shallow work trap, when people stay busy doing small, low-impact tasks that create the illusion of productivity. You feel like you're working hard, but you're not moving forward. The modern economy rewards those who can think deeply, solve complex problems, and create value. And those who master the ability to focus, to do deep work, will rise above the noise. He writes, "Deep work is like a superpower in our increasingly competitive 21st century economy." 2. What is deep work? Newport defines deep work as professional activities performed in a state of distraction-free concentration that push your cognitive capabilities to their limit. It's the opposite of multitasking. It's when you're fully present, immersed, and performing at your best, whether writing a report, designing, coding, or learning. In this state, time disappears. You enter a flow, a mental zone where creativity flourishes and output multiplies. It's not just about working harder, it's about working smarter and deeper. He contrasts it with shallow work, tasks that are logistical, easy to replicate, and don't require real focus. Checking email, scheduling meetings, responding to messages. These tasks consume hours but don't move the needle in your career or personal growth. 3. Why deep work matters. In a digital world, focus has become rare, and rarity creates value. Newport argues that the ability to concentrate deeply is one of the most valuable skills today. Most people are constantly distracted, which means those who can train their minds to focus stand out immediately. He identifies two types of workers. Deep workers, who create, innovate, and master their craft. Shallow workers, who drift, react, and remain replaceable. To thrive in the modern world, Newport says you must cultivate depth, the habit of sustained, undistracted focus that produces results few others can match. 4. The 4 Rules of Deep Work. Newport's book outlines 4 practical rules for mastering deep work, a roadmap to reclaiming your attention. Rule 1. Work deeply. Deep work requires intention. You can't do it when you find time. You must design your environment for it. This means setting boundaries, turning off notifications, closing unnecessary tabs, and creating rituals that trigger focus. Newport suggests scheduling blocks of deep work like appointments. Treat them as sacred. Protect them from interruptions. Clarity about what matters provides clarity about what does not. He recommends routines such as setting specific hours for deep focus and having clear goals for each session. Rule 2. Embrace boredom. Our brains have become addicted to stimulation, the quick hit of checking a phone or scrolling. But focus is like a muscle. If you never let it rest, it weakens. Newport encourages practicing boredom tolerance. When you feel the urge to check your phone, resist. Train your brain to stay still. Only then can you sustain focus for long periods. If you can't learn to concentrate, you can't learn deeply. Rule 3. Quit social media. This rule isn't about hating technology, it's about using it intentionally. Newport challenges readers to evaluate every tool they use. Does it truly add value to your life or career? If not, eliminate it. He promotes the craftsman mindset, approaching your time like a skilled artist would, using only tools that support your highest goals. Social media, he argues, fragments focus and reduces your ability to think deeply. The key is not to use every tool, but to use the right ones. Rule 4. Drain the shallows. Shallow work will always exist. Meetings, emails, admin tasks, but you must contain it. Schedule it into small, specific windows so it doesn't bleed into your creative time. Newport recommends ending your workday with a shutdown ritual, reviewing tasks, planning tomorrow, and mentally detaching from work. This preserves mental energy and prevents burnout. If you don't plan your time, someone else will plan it for you. The philosophy of deep work. Beyond productivity, Newport views deep work as a moral and spiritual discipline. When you give your full attention to something meaningful, you honor your time and potential. Distraction, on the other hand, fragments not just your work but your mind. Deep work cultivates a sense of craftsmanship, doing one thing well, with purpose and care. It brings satisfaction that shallow work never can. He writes, "A deep life is a good life. When you focus deeply, you build skill, create excellence, and experience flow, a quiet joy that comes from doing meaningful work with complete presence." Months later, Arjun decided to make a change. He deleted distracting apps, blocked certain websites, and began each day with 3 hours of uninterrupted deep work. At first, it was hard. His mind craved constant stimulation. But slowly he found rhythm. Weeks passed, and he started finishing projects faster and better. His focus sharpened. The constant anxiety of not doing enough faded. He felt more creative, confident, and peaceful. One night he looked around his workspace, quiet, focused, clutter-free, and smiled. He had finally discovered what Newport meant. Your work is your legacy. Guard your attention, and you'll guard your life. The world hadn't slowed down. Distractions still existed. But Arjun had changed. He had learned the rare art of deep work, the ability to go beyond noise, to create something lasting. And that's the essence of Cal Newport's message. In a distracted world, the greatest power you can possess is your focus. Thank you for listening. See you in next Audiobook Daily.